Okay. Yeah. Today I will start with the basic how the system will work and how you will be working in the company. So what is the rules and how the requirements will come, how the complete P2P process will work. Okay. So for example, I will take the car automobile industry as an example. Okay. So in the can you visible my screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
Okay. Yeah. At the first you can see this is a sales office. Okay, where you will go to the car showroom. Okay, and you will book the car. Okay. So after booking the car, what they will take, they will consider it as a sales order, and they will place that order to the nearest plant or the warehouse. Okay, production plant. They will place the order from your sales office to the your plant. Okay. So after receiving the plant, what they will be doing, they will just check the availability of that car. Okay, so whether this car is available already, we have manufactured and assembled this product, or we need to assemble the parts. Okay, so again, what they will do to assemble the cars, what all the products, finished products are required. Okay, for example, gear is required, seat is required, and headlights is required, mirrors is required, and the gear is required, right? So these all of the components are required to assemble this product. Okay, again, to manufacture all these products. Okay, so sometime what they will be doing, these all the assembling products, they will be directly procuring from the vendors, or else again what they will be doing, they will be procuring the raw material, then they will combine or assemble the finished product. Okay, and then again the finished product they will assemble, and your car will be production in produced. Okay, car will be manufactured. So again that will be sold at your sales office or the showroom. Okay, so what is our work? Our work is to procure these all the raw materials at the plant. Okay, so how your requisition, how the requirement will come from the sales order will come to your warehouse or the plant. In the plant, all the depending raw materials or the depending products, it will check in the MRP, material requirement planning will be there. System will check all these products. Okay, if the products are available, then it will what it will do, it will assemble all the parts, and your final product car will be ready. Okay, if not the your final what you call the assembling materials is not ready, then the depending raw materials they will procure. Okay, these all raw material they will procure and they will assemble, and then this final final product will be ready, and then from your it will assemble and the car will be production will be done. Okay, so what is our work? So system will analyze the requirement. Okay, system will take the sales order, then analyze the requirement of that product, and what are the dependent material it will analyze. If the dependent material is available, then it will do the finished product, and then if the final product is not available, then we need to procure the raw material to make the finished product. Okay, so our work is to convert. See, this is how the system will identify the material. So one is sales order will come, and then if the material is available, see there is a two scenarios. One scenario is if the final product is not available, then what the system will do, system will throw the requisition requirement, it will throw, then what we need to do, we need to procure these all raw materials. Another case, if the final product is available, then it will book for this car, then again we need to procure the raw material. Why? Because they will be having the safety stock in the system or the warehouse, because if the safety stock, if the for the seat it will be taken as a 10 seats has to be available at the warehouse, then you have for one car it will be a 4 seats, then the 4 seats is booked for this car, then the safety stock is reduced. So what you need to do, again we need to fill that safety stock. For that again the requisition will come, so again we need to procure the raw material. Understood? So our work is to, so system will identify, system will throw you the requisition. How it will throw the requisition requirement? It will identify the what is the product is needed. Okay, from there your requisition will come. So our work is to convert requisition to the purchase order. Okay, that is the our maximum work. Okay, so to do that, what all the our topics will be there, what all the dependent topics will be there in the system wise. So we need to learn that those all things in the SAP. Okay, so here first the sales order will creates the demand. So first the sales order will come, and then that will book the raw materials in your inventory. Then inventory will reduce. Inventory means the total counts in the total quantity in the inventory management, inventory or in the warehouse, that will be reduced. Then your requisition will come. Okay, once the sales order is generated, then it will book the quantity. Then your stock availability in the MRP, then it will check your stock is, if the stock is available, then the stock is booked, then the stock will be reduced. Okay, then the purchase requisition will throw. Okay, then from the purchase requisition, you will be creating the what you call PO. Then you will receive the goods receipt. Then the stock will be increased. Okay, again it will be issued to the final product. Okay, so then if the safety stock is reduced, again it will throw the purchase requisition. Okay, this is how you will be getting the purchase requisition with the system. With the system, you will be getting the purchase requisition. Okay. Okay. In the SAP, okay, there is a organization structure will be there. Organization structure will be there. What is organization structure? So first, when the SAP will be implemented to the company or the organization, first they will consider that as a client. Okay, so under that client, almost client and company will be the same, or else if there is a different companies will be having for that client. For example, if you take the Reliance, they will be having the Reliance Digital as one industry, Trends as one industry, oil and gas as one industry, retail as another industry. So like that, they will be create the company codes in the under the client. Okay, so for your understanding, I'm telling, okay, we are not dealing with these all things, but in the system, while creating the purchase order and dealing with the other transactions, we need to understand what is company code, what is plant, all the details. Okay, so in the company code, under the client company code, this will be a 4-digit numerical one. Okay, and then the client is a 3-digit one. And then under the company, there will be a plant. So for example, if I take a company as a oil and gas industry for the Reliance, okay, so first they will be having a one company at the one plant at the Bangalore location, another plant at the Hyderabad location, and another plant at the Pune location. Okay, so like that they will be having a production plants all over their organization, their cities. Okay, so for that we need to create a system. When the SAP is implemented, that time they have created a plant code for the plant 1, plant 2, whatever the plants are there under this company code they have created. Okay, so this plant will be a alphanumerical. Okay, this is also 4-digit. Okay, and then under the plant there will be a storage location. Means inside that plant they will be having again the storage bins will be there. So where they will procure some, they will be divided into liquids, solid material, consumable products, and finished products. So inside that there will be a storage location. And then in the purchase organization, so this purchase organization will comes under the plant. What is purchase organization? Purchase organization, it is a group. Okay, that is a group. So under that our buyers will be working. Okay, so purchase organization means like a direct procurement will be there will be a one purchase organization. Indirect procurement there will be other procurement, other organization. And if they procure the chemicals, then there will be a purchase organization, they will be having a different one. And if they procuring the final products, they will be having the purchase organization is a different one. So again that is also a 4-digit numerical one. Okay, and then under that we will be having the purchasing group. Purchasing group means we are end user who are creating not end user or any SAP user having the one ID, SAP ID. That is a 3 purchasing group. We will be calling it them as a purchasing group. Okay, so we will be having a 3-digit number. Okay, alphanumerical one will be created against the end user. Okay, so this is how the SAP organization structure will work. So I will just show you that in the here you can see the organization structure. Okay, this is purchase organization, this is a group, purchasing group, and this is a company. Okay, you can see the purchasing group who are all there in the system. These are all of the system. Okay, when you join the company, against you there will be a purchasing group. Okay, 3-digit alphanumerical one, there is a purchasing group will be created against you. Okay, and then next. So what we are learning in the this 25-day course. Okay, this is a SAP MM end user course. Okay, so we will be learning complete P2P and the inventory management in the this SAP end user course. Okay, what is P2P? P2P is a procure to pay. Okay, procurement to pay or the procure to pay. This will be a expected question in the interview. They will ask what is P2P and explain the P2P cycle. Okay, so what is P2P? So this is a cycle that contains of these all parts. First is purchase requisition and identifying the needs and creating purchase orders, and then the goods receipt, invoice receipt, and the payment. So what all these individual content explains? First, identify the needs of the goods. So as I explained you, once the sales order is came, so your system will identify the requirement to fulfill that final product. So that is the identifying of the needs, identifying of the requirement. Okay, first you need to identify the requirement. Okay, so if there is a requirement, then you will be identifying that. So we have need of the 5 seats, then to manufacture one car, or 5 wheels. Okay, to manufacture one car. If the 5 wheels are available, then it will book for that car. So then your safety stock will ready. So it will identify that product. Okay, these 5 wheels are required. Okay, like that you will imagine for the other department as well. Okay, same for the manufacturing. Any manufacturing industry you can take. Pipe you can take. Okay, and then the lathe machine you can take, all the steel industry you can take, or the plastic industry, fiber industry, any industry. So same way, when the sales order is came, they will book the quantity for that one. So again, they need to have to produce that quantity, that material. So again, what they will do? Again, they will be having the requisition. Then again, same process. They will create the purchase order and then next things. Okay, first we will identify the requirement, and then after identifying the requirement, what you will be doing? Okay, same thing. So you will be identifying the source of supply. Source of supply means you will be having a what you call will be source of supply is you will be identifying the vendors. Who are the vendors? Vendors means suppliers who are supplying these all raw materials. Okay, how you will be identifying the suppliers based on their quality of the product they are supplying. Okay, how they are negotiating, how the credit they will be giving, how soon they will be deliver the product. Okay, how the discount they will be giving. So based on many factors, you will be identifying the sources in the Google, Alibaba, all the online platforms. Then you will be fixing the vendors. Okay, there is a separate department will be there. That is called the category of the what you call the procurement specialist or the material handling department. Product handling department. There is a separate department. Okay, so for our complete P2P knowledge, I'm telling. Okay, if you are hired for the sourcing, then you need to have this knowledge as well. Okay, and then what you will be doing? So you have sent a what you call RFQ request for quotation to the 2 to 3 vendors. Then they will be giving you the quotes. Then you will be finalizing one vendor in that. Okay, that is called first we have identified the source. Then the requisition requirement is created in the system. Okay, you have created the requirement in the system. After that requirement, you will be identify the source. Okay, and then sourcing will be done for the first time. Okay, first if it is a new material, or else it is a any existing vendor is not giving you the exact materials on time, so then the sourcing will be done. Okay, if not the regular work, you will be having the system already set with the source as well. The category team is already given with the source, and you need to just place the PO with those sources. Okay, so first you have created the equation. Yes, sir.
Sorry to stop you. So vendors will already exist in the portal, or else you need to.
No, it's not the portal. See, no, it's not a portal. So there is a process will be there. Okay, there will, and then so first we need to create the first purchase equation is created, and then the RFQ is set, and then the source determination is done. So after identifying the vendor, we need to create a purchase order. How? By converting purchase equation into the purchase order, you will be placing the order to the vendor. Okay, supplier, what will be done? So while you have created the purchase order, you will be sending it to the purchase order copy to the vendor. Okay, then he will be check the quantity, material ID, delivery date, price, unit price, all the things, delivery address, all the things he will be check, and he will give you the order acknowledgement, so that I will be delivering the material by this date. Okay, then on that date, vendor will be supplying you the material. What you need to do? Okay, this is again a warehouse department. So warehouse department against this order, they will be receive the material at the warehouse. So this purchase order, this material ID, so this quantity I will be receiving against this purchase order at the warehouse. What will be doing? You will be doing the goods receipt. You are acknowledging the purchase order received at the system in the warehouse. Okay, and then after receiving the goods receipt, what will be doing? Vendor will be sending you the invoice for the payment. So once the invoice is there, your system will be verifying that against this purchase order, this goods received, this much of quantity, the vendor has sent you the invoice. Okay, system will verify, and system means whatever the accounts team is there. So those people will be identifying that, and then they will process for the payment. This is complete process. Then the cycle will repeat. So what is the complete P2P cycle? So identifying the requirement, and then first identify the requirement, create the purchase equation, then source determination, then create a purchase order, follow up with the vendor, and then vendor will deliver, that is goods receipt will be done, and then the invoice verification, and then the payment process. This is a final step. So this is how the P2P process will work. So we will be learning all these things in the system and in the process in this course, along with the special procurement and additional topics, and what all the dependent and other topics to create the purchase order in the P2P process. So how the price will be fetching into the purchase order, how the all the details will be fetching into the purchase order, what are the pre-requisites we need to take care while creating a purchase order. Okay, so these all things we will be learning in this course. Okay, so we'll go to the system first. First one is the purchase requisition. Okay, so purchase requisition means this is an internal document. Okay, this is most of the time will be a system created, system MRP it is called, material requirement. It will throw you the purchase requisition. Okay, so in the least case we are creating this in a manual way. Okay, so if you are in the planning team, or else if you are a product based company, you will be having a opportunity to create the purchase equation as well. Okay, I am teaching completely to work in any industry, whether it is a service based, product based, pharma industry, any industry. Okay, so whatever the topics I'll be covering each day, please repeat the class again, listen the classes, and then just have the practice day by day. Okay, so daily one topic will be add on. So if you are aligned with the classes, then you will be thorough with the classes, and you will be able to give the interview by 25 days. Okay, then so this is an internal document. So this is also internal question. So what is the internal document and what is the external document? Okay, because this is an internal document, we are not sharing this to the any external vendors or any external suppliers or any external departments as well. Okay, so for that, this is inside the system only. For our requirement, we will be creating. This is a internal document purchasing requisition. Okay, once the source is identified, then the requisition will be created. This is what creating a purchase requisition. There will be a T code. So SAP will be having a T codes to access the window or access the screen or to create the any transaction. There will be a T codes. Okay, you need to remember at least 30 to 40 T codes by the end of this course. And those are all easy only. First, if you remember at the creating, then it will be a 2 will be a edit and 3 will be a display. So here it is a requisition. To create the purchase equation, ME51N is the T code. To change the purchase equation, ME52N is the T code. To display the purchase equation, then ME53N is the T code. Okay. First, we'll go to the system. So I will enter the T code. Here you will be entering the T code. This is the search box. Okay. /n. So basically, I will be telling /n. What is /n? /n will erase the existing window and will be open the whatever the T code you have entered. Okay. /n ME21. Yeah.
So Sandy, the same T codes will remains for every product and service based.
Okay. So what I have told /n will be erasing this screen, and it will go to the home screen, and whatever the T code you have entered, it will take to that transaction. So I will take /n. So this is home screen. Okay. So I will enter /o. /o will what it will be doing? It will create the next window along with the existing window. Okay. So ME21N. So what it will be doing along with your old existing window. So your next window will be opened, whatever the transaction you have entered. Okay. Then /o ME51N. So like that you can open up to 6 windows. Okay. Like that you can open up to 6 windows. So after that it will show that it will be 10. Means you have opened the maximum windows. Maximum number of sessions are reached. Why? Because we have opened up to 6 windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so like that you can open up to 6 windows. So /n is the to create the to erase and create the new transaction, and /o will be a to have the next session with the existing window. Okay, so here also you can create next session, create a new session. Okay, then you can create the new session at the next. Okay, so first I will go to what I will do ME51. Yeah,
Sandy, can you show once again the new one?
Here you can go and create the new session.
New session. Okay.
Here also you can create the new session. So what it will do again, you need to come and here that will open the home screen. Then you can open the again you can do the whatever the transaction code that you can enter at the search tab and just hit the enter. Okay. Yes. So where I am /n ME51N. This is a T code to create a purchase requisition. Okay. This is a purchase requisition screen. So after 10 minutes, please join back as well. Okay. This is a purchase requisition screen. Okay. Purchase requisition screen. We will be having a 3 tabs. That is one is header tab, and then is a item overview, and then it is a item detail. Okay. So we'll be having the 3 tabs, and we are creating a standard purchase requisition. Okay, here you can see we are creating a standard purchase requisition. And in the header, so if you want to give any note to the creating a purchase order, you can give at the header note. This will flow to the purchase order. Okay. And then, so in the item detail, in the item overview, what are the important parameters? Although what are the prerequisites you will be considering by creating the purchase equation? This will also the interview questions. Okay. So what are the prerequisites will be? What are the major things you will be considered while creating a purchase equation? Is first is be a material ID. Okay, this is material ID, and then the short text, and then the quantity, and then the delivery date, and then the plant. Okay, so I have already created the system is already created the material. I will just take the examples. Okay. So here the line item is a line item. The system is considered as a 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, like that you will be creating or in the company you will be getting in one purchase requisition you will be getting to convert a purchase order as a 10 item, 20, 100, 200, 300, 1000. Okay, like that you will be getting a number of, or it's very limited based on the your organization. You will be getting a number of line item to convert requisition to the purchase order. Okay. So here, while creating the purchase requisition, if you are in the planning team, you will be asked to create the purchase requisition. So you need to enter the material ID here. Okay, material ID, and then the what is the quantity is required, and then the delivery date, and then the plant, and then the storage location. So delivery date it will be taking from the system based on the lead time. I will explain in the next classes. Okay, so based on that it will be taken. And then so this is the item overview. You will be taking consideration while creating a purchase requisition. What are those? First is the material ID, short text, quantity, and then what is the unit of that quantity, and then the delivery date, and then the plant and storage location. Okay, and then after coming to the item details, here you can see the item details. If it is a 20 line item 2, then you can just scroll it down. So that line item details will be displaying in the system. Okay, and first will be a material data. What is the material data? Here this is a material data. It will be displayed at the item detail, and then the quantity. What is the quantity? Here it is 50. So if I change this to the 25. Okay, so the quantity is changed now. Okay, and all the details will be available. What is the delivery date? What is the requested date? Requested date is today, and then the releasing date. So today it will be released, and then the GR processing time that will be. I will explain. Then valuation, this is the price from the system. Okay, and then source of supply is not there presently. And then status is we have not converted this equation to the purchase order. Then contact person is who is creating this purchase requisition. So this purchase requisition that group is T00. Okay, his purchase requisition group is T00. And then text. So text means whatever the any details you want to give while converting purchase requisition to purchase order, that also you can give it at the item text. So this will be floating to your purchase order while converting purchase requisition to purchase order. This will be flowing. Okay, and then delivery address. Delivery address is whatever the plant you have entered at the here item overview, it will be showing you at the where in the delivery address. Okay, so if you want to deliver this material at the other places, then you can change this plant. So there it will be delivered. So this equation is creating to deliver this material at this plant. Okay, so whatever the plant we have entered, that details will be fetching at the delivery address. Okay, so what I will do, if you want to deliver this material at the other places, then I will enter that at a vendor code. Then what it will show? It will show that vendor. So if you want to give this material to that vendor or that place, then it will show. Let's just backspace. Okay, so whatever the plant, it will be showing the delivery address. Okay, so after that you need to just check. So this is a check button is there. Okay, just check it. Nothing is there. So here in the S.A.P, same as a traffic signal, there will be a green, yellow, and a red signal. It will be through. So what I will do now? So here what I will do? Okay, here it will show the red. What it is called? This is called the system will not process this transaction until this error is fixed. Okay, error you can see it at here. 22 does not exist or activated. Enter the quantity. Okay. First one is done. Second one is to enter the quantity. Okay, now it is okay. So then what I will do? Everything is done now. Okay, and also it will say. Okay, so since this is a pieces, you cannot enter the decimal as well. Okay, now check it. Everything is good, and then you need to save. Okay, in the S.A.P, each document will be generated with the number series. You need to just copy this one. So if you are creating a purchase equation, purchase order, quota arrangement, or the source list, or the info record, or the what you call the outline agreement, okay, everything will be number document will be generated, and it will be recorded in this number document. Okay, so what I will be doing, if you want to edit the purchase equation, just go to 52. Yeah, go to other purchase equation, just have it, and then if you want to save anything, just change it. It is not created. Okay, this is how you will be. Go to the /n ME52 and just change if you want to change any quantity or anything. Just change and save. Is save. Okay. Another one thing is just go to document overview on, and then whatever the latest thing is there, just double click it. Okay. Like that also, this is in display mode. Go to here. This is in edit mode. Okay, this is how you will be creating purchase equation and edit the purchase equation and display the purchase equation is go to /n ME53N. Go to other purchase equation and enter your purchase equation so that this is in a display mode. Why this is in a display mode? Because you will be having a access to create the purchase equation